Give it up for Jenkins and Matt and Matt.
Yada yada.
I know. It's alright. Because, like I said before, I am Jewish, but I'm not like the other Jews, don't worry, I'm not. Because I'm Jewish and I'm broke. It's kind of like being a black guy with a little dick. It's not cool, man. How you guys doing? You here for the show?
We are.
Alright, I'm Jewish. It's $20. What the fuck? You think you can just walk in here for free with your porno mustache? You think you can just come in here looking like Dirk Diggler and just sit down and not fucking... What set did those two just come from, man? Wow! That's cool. Yeah, man. That threw me off. I am Jewish, but I decided that this year I'm going to give it up for Lent. Fuck it. Why not? Jews can't get into Lent. What kind of holiday is it? You can't make money lending anything. If there was a holiday called Rent, you would see Jews all over that shit. Rent, baby. I'm down. Let's fucking rent some stuff. Make some money. What are you playing with, Australia? What the fuck are you doing, man? This guy's getting punched in the face by one too many kangaroos, this fucking guy over here. How you doing, sir? We're fine. Crikey. Foster's. Alright, I'm done. Yeah, man. I don't know. I'm Jewish and I'm broke, but I'm not cheap. You know what I mean? You know who's really cheap? Like, you go to Highland Park and you see, like, the Jews with the curly side. They're fucking Jewy Jews. You know what I'm talking about? You know what those sideburns are called, bro? They're called payas. Payas. Even their fucking sideburns want money. It's unbelievable. Payas. He's explaining it to the Gentile guy over here. He doesn't know what's going on. Payas. Yeah. I don't know. Words are funny, man. I think, you know, Jews and blacks have a lot in common, though. We really do. Like, we were all slaves for many years, but from a business standpoint, black slaves make more sense, because they're strong, they're fast. You put some Jewish slaves out there, they're gonna be like, oh my God, it's so hot. My back hurts. I don't want to do it. Moses. They're like, how long were the Jews out there? 40 years. But we know Jews. It was like 3 days, and then the newspapers were like, how long were you there? Oh, it must have been 40 years. I don't know. People say the Jews built the pyramids. Bullshit, okay? You ever see the pyramids? You ever see the Sphinx? He doesn't even have a nose, alright? If the Jews built that shit, he would look like Gonzo from the Muppets. I'm telling you right fucking now. And then Moses went to the Pharaoh and was like, let my people go! And the Pharaoh said, fine, whatever. Just fucking leave me alone, man. I can't deal with this anymore. And that was it. Moses got the Jewish people free. And ever since then, Jews have been great lawyers, getting people out of everything, man. If you get in trouble, get yourself a Jewish lawyer. He will free your ass. I don't know, man. You know, the thing is, people say Jews built the pyramids. I don't think so. We all know who built the pyramids. Come on. Aliens, right? Aliens. By that I mean illegal Mexicans, because those fucking guys are awesome, bro. They build everything. They work at IHOP all the time, bro. Every person I worked at 2 IHOPs in my life. Don't applaud. Don't applaud. 2 IHOPs. Everybody that works there. The Mexicans, the cooks, the waiters, everybody. They should call that place IHOP Fences. That's how fucking Mexican it is. You know where else there's a lot of Mexicans? On the New York Mets. Where are my Met fans at? Okay. Guess not.
My entire team sucks.
Everybody, oh yeah, that's what Met stands for. My entire team sucks. No, I actually heard they changed the name of the team to the New York Mexicans. I couldn't believe it. It was pretty sick. Yeah, because every guy on the team was like Reyes, Santana, all these I actually, you know, saw that Jose Reyes is my favorite player because he's the first one to show up, the last one to leave. Mostly because he's also the head of the grounds crew, but still, he's a good player. I like that guy. But whenever the Mets win a game, the guy on the radio goes, put it in the books! And all the Mets go, you think that could be off the books? That would be better for taxes and shit. What else, man? It was just St. Patrick's Day. I actually got pulled over leaving here on St. Patrick's Day. I was sober. I actually didn't drink on St. Patrick's Day. I got pulled over. I feel like St. Patrick's Day, though, is like the one day a year that black people have off from getting pulled over. You know what I mean? Like, no one's really looking for black people on St. Patrick's Day. They're looking for redheads and shit like that, you know? Pulls pulls me over, makes me like walk the line and follow the pen. It's dumb. If you want to know if a guy's drunk, all you gotta do, put like a 500-pound girl in the back of the cop car. If he tries to bang her, he's wasted, right? He's either wasted or sober and black because they like the big women, and that's okay. That's okay. I do too. All right, I don't care if a girl is fat, just as long as she's not a bitch. And I don't care if a girl's a bitch, just as long as she's not fat. But the worst thing in the world are fat girls that are bitches. Yeah, they're called fat bitches, and nobody likes them. I don't know. I'm single, trying to find a good girl, nice girl. Why are you looking at me? What's going on? No, I'm just kidding. I'm looking for a dumb slut. Don't worry. Now, what I really want is a friend with benefits. A friend with benefits. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? A girl with some medical and dental coverage, because I need that shit, man. That's important to me right now at this point in my life. I don't know. I was dating some girl. She broke up with me because she said I never surprised her. Anyway, she's like, how come you never surprised me? I was like, what are you talking about? Remember how surprised you were when I forgot your birthday? That was a surprise, right? Oh, on Valentine's Day when I got you that vacuum cleaner, you were surprised? Well, what about on Thanksgiving when you caught me banging your cousin? You know? I know he was surprised. He couldn't believe that shit. He was... What couple's been in here? 22 years? Is that the longest we got? Anyone married longer? 22 years.
24.
24 years. Wow. 60 years. You know, I did that once at a show. This couple was married 52 years. I go, man, what is your secret? And the guy goes, I work a lot of fucking overtime. So the key to staying together is like not being together, apparently. 60 years, man. You know, I'm at that age. I'm at that age right now where I'm basically attracted to women anywhere between the ages of 18 and 80 right now. I will do it all, man. I'm telling you, the other day I was hooking up with this 80-year-old girl, right? It got a little intense. Making out with this 80-year-old, and it was crazy, man, because I was doing her good. I'm like, who's your daddy? And she's like, Eisenhower. It was weird. It was fucking... It was bizarre. I don't know. My favorite porno movie is Barely Breathing. I don't know. I have problems. I have problems. I hate when people say, when people die and someone says, you know, that person is late. No, they're not. They're not fucking coming, okay? That was cruel. Yeah. So I have an 80-year-old girlfriend. Things get crazy with us, man, you know? Like, I was hooking up with her, and this is a little graphic, you know, and I went down on her, and I don't want to get into it, because it was a very gray area, and I don't want to talk about that, but I'm eating her out, and all of a sudden, I'm like, what the hell is in my mouth? I come up in my mouth, I had a pack of Kleenex and some butterscotch candies. I couldn't fucking believe it, man. It was so weird, and she had like a big old bush, too, old school, you know, like, her bush was so big, the ghosts of old dead baseball players were coming out of it. It was fucking weird. Shoeless Joe Jackson came out of her vagina. It was kind of, he asked me to have a catch. I don't want to talk, but it was bizarre, man. I have old fetishes though, man. You know, everyone, guys have fetishes like Dutch ovens and, you know, donkey punches, all those weird things. Mine, this is mine. I want to get 4 little old ladies, sit them around the table, give them a little coffee, a little cake, get up on a chair, I just piss all over them. I call it the Golden Girls. It's weird, I know, it's weird. That one was bizarre. So what else is going on? Anybody drunk? Do we have any drug addicts here tonight? Any drug addicts? Why am I not surprised? You guys done yet? Is that Dave? Dave, you're the drug addict? That's what all drug addicts say, by the way, Dave. Nah, not me, man. I don't know. Kids are on like crazy drugs these days, you know. Like, back in the day, kids smoke, you could see their eyes were red, or, you know, they smelled like pot. Now, everyone's on pills. You can't even tell, you know. You could have a kid on like ecstasy and not know. So parents out there, if you think you might have a kid taking some serious drugs, go up to them real calm, real control, put one arm around your child, and then say to your child, and then if they dive under the table, they're probably on fucking ecstasy, okay? But if they look at you and they go, Father, your infantile behavior is inferior to my superior intellect, then they're taking mushrooms. That's how you know the difference. Yeah, man. I smoked weed. That was my thing in college. I went to Rutgers. Any Rutgers people here? Woo! The drug addict is from Rutgers. What a surprise. What a surprise. Girls around Rutgers are dirty, man. You gotta watch out. I heard a crazy statistic. 3 out of every 2 girls at Rutgers have STDs, man. That's just...
I wasn't there.
Yeah, it's all your fault, Dave. You gave it to all of them. No. This was me in college when I should have been like studying and paying attention. Jones Mom, you want to hit? Come on, Jones Mom, I know you do it. Now you guys are laughing, it's not funny because I was high and at Rutgers I got arrested by a New Jersey bicycle cop. Which was fucked up because he took me downtown and I'd like stand on the pegs of the back of the bike with my arms around the cop's waist. My friends on the handlebars on the front of the bike all pissed off. It worked out though because my friend on the handlebars was actually E.T., the extraterrestrial, so we just kind of threw the cop off the bike, started flying around, and everyone loves E.T. Oh, he's so nice, E.T., everyone loves E.T. Everyone forgets that he was like stealing the mom's beer and getting drunk and fucking dressing up like a lady, and Elliot was drunk, and then he's walking around the house like, oh, I want some Reese's Pieces. I know a drug addict when I see one, okay? Don't tell me. E.T. Cops caught us. They're like, we'll give you one phone call. I'm like, bring me a speak and spell right now. We're gonna fucking do this. No one ever gets that joke. That's how E.T. calls. He uses the speak and spell. He calls his dad. E.T. phone home. Never mind. Yeah, it was a long time ago. Oh shit, you guys are fun, man. A lot of racism out there now, though. You know. Okay, you know, there's one group that I do hate. I will admit that, and that's teenage boys. You know why I hate teenage boys? Because they hate themselves. Really, every white teenage boy wants to be black so that they can feel gangsta. You know, every black teenage boy wants to be Italian so they can feel like they're in the mafia. Every Italian teenage boy wants to be Jewish so that they can feel like they got some money. And every Jewish teenage boy wants to be anything but a Jewish teenage boy. It's like shaky, it's awkward, you feel like your whole world's gonna come crashing down around you, man. It's almost as much fun as playing Jenga if you've got Parkinson's disease. It's fucked up. There's some imagery for you. Anybody here jerk off? Give yourselves a hand if you jerk off. Thinking about becoming friends with a child molester so that on Christmas I can buy him an iTouch. Do you guys know if you rearrange the letters of the word sweetheart, it spells see her twat? Yeah, just work that out. It does. It's just one I thought you guys should know. But racism, you know, it's crazy, man. Everyone's like, what's the racial climate in the country? Which always confuses me, because it makes people think it's got something to do with the weather. You know, like if you wind up in downtown New Brunswick and someone's like, what was that like? It was mostly black with a chance of Puerto Rican. It doesn't have to do with weather. Russians scare me though, man. One time a Russian told me they were going to cut my balls off, attach them to a car battery, and then start the engine. And I just remember thinking, this has got to be the worst date I have ever been on in my life. Seriously, this is just getting weird. Indian people I like, but I don't understand them. When they start talking fast, it reminds me of like the light that used to go around the board on that old game show, Press Your Luck. I pulled over one time at a gas station. I'm like, sir, do you know how to get back to the turnpike? He's like, yes, my friend. I was like, all right, stop. He was like, oh no, you've landed on a whammy. It's weird. And now we got a black president, President Obama. I like Obama as a man. I think he walked into a very hard situation, but he did make one giant mistake, and that was picking Joe Biden to be the vice president. Because if I'm Obama, you know who my vice president would be? The Reverend Al Sharpton. That's right, seriously. Because, like, who the fuck would even think about shooting Barack Obama if they thought that Al Sharpton would become the next president of the United States of America? It's okay. The black people are laughing and clapping. You can do it too, baby. I'm watching Sharpton on TV, and like he's fat. His name is Al. He's talking, and then it all hit me at once. As a teenager, Al Sharpton was Fat Albert from Fat Albert and the Cosby Kids. I'm telling you right now. Because you listen to him talking, and he's like, I don't think that Obama is really doing everything he said he was gonna do for the black community.